When coming to Serbia, either to visit or to relocate, you're typically not going to have a vehicle right off the bat. And so transportation is going to be at the top of the priority list. And today we're going to talk about the various transportation methods here in Serbia. Now, when you come to Serbia, typically you're going to come in through Nikola Tesla Airport, and you're typically going to have a taxi right out front to get you to your hotel or your place of residence once you get here into Serbia. However, once you're in Serbia, you typically don't want to rely on one mode of transportation. And so today we're going to discuss many of the various options we have here in Serbia. And these are one of the things that we are going to be talking in our relocation guide that's going to be coming up in the near future. And if that's something that you're going to be interested in obtaining, feel free to reach out to us at relocationserbia.com. You can either find us on there to apply for the guide when it does come out, or I will leave a link down in the description of this video for you to apply to, so that you can get onto the mailing list when we do send it out. As for many cities traveling around the world, you're going to have, buses typically, you're going to have taxis, you're going to have various means of transportation. But today I want to highlight the main ones, highlight a couple of the main lines that you can find here. And we're going to go in much more detail in the relocation guide as well. And so not only are you going to have the taxis, which I'll touch on about Belgrade and here in Novi Sad, but I'm going to talk about, the different ride-sharing platforms, the various buses that you have, not only city buses, but also the ones that are inter-country and that go outside of the country as well. And so with that said, we're going to start off with the bus transportation here in Novi Sad. And what I love about Serbia is that you can get pretty much anywhere around Serbia with the bus transportation system that they have here. You can go from Subotica, which is on the northern side of Serbia, close to the Hungarian border, all the way down to the south side of Serbia, down to Niš and further down below, just using lines such as Lasta or Niš Express. And Niš Express is what we used when we first got into Serbia, and we absolutely loved it. We were able to get to the, Šumadija area, Jagodina, and Kragujevac area. We were able to get all the way to the Negotin side, which is all the way on the eastern side of Serbia, close to the Romanian border. And the ride fare is very reasonably priced, and they get you there in a decent amount of time. And one thing that I really like about the buses here is that they make frequent stops so that you can go to the bathroom, you can stop and get something to eat. And of course, here in Serbia, you gotta have your smoke breaks, which is something that many people realize coming into Serbia, is that a lot of people do still smoke here in Serbia. And so having that smoke break is essential to many people. I remember many years ago when I came to Serbia, and I'm just going to, get into another topic real quick. I headed over to Austria, and it's a fairly long ride from, the Negotin area all the way into Austria. And so once you get into Austria, we didn't stop much at all. And so the only stop we had was at the border between here and Hungary. And so it was a couple hours from Negotin all the way to the border. And the one gentleman was anxious to get off at the bus at the border. And as he's getting off, he's like, boy, am I going to ever smoke a cigarette like I've never smoked one. And this guy literally lit up a cigarette in 2 puffs, completely finished his cigarette, lit up his next one with the cherry of the first one, and continued doing it. So those breaks are very essential here in Serbia and to some of the Serbian people. So not only do these lines also go travel throughout the interior of Serbia. A lot of them will also head over to Bosnia and Croatia, as well as Montenegro, and some places into Western Europe as well. Nikola Prevoz is one of those ones that you can also look for that will take you outside of Serbia, well into Austria and Germany. Getting into the next mode of transportation is going to be the railway system here. And the beautiful thing about being in Novi Sad or Belgrade is that we have a high-speed train between the two cities as well. So you can take the fast train, which will get you from Novi Sad and Belgrade and vice versa in about 35 minutes, or you could take the slow train, which is going to get you into either side of either city within about 55 minutes, depending on what line you're taking. But not only do we have the high-speed train between the two cities, but there are also plans, and actually they're in testing right now, to go from Belgrade all the way into Budapest as well. And so they're in testing mode right now to get that high-speed train going all the way to Budapest. But also the future of that line also will be looking to go all the way into Greece. And so that's going to be very exciting and a quicker and easier mode of transportation. And they're, again, very reasonably priced. If you're going to take the fast train from Novi Sad to Belgrade and vice versa, it's about 700 dinars. If you're taking the slow train, it's going to be about 400 dinars. That's only in one direction as well. So very reasonably priced. But they also have the urban rail system that goes from Belgrade and goes throughout the rest of Serbia as well. And you can find the departure times and arrival times on the internet as well. And I believe they also have an app also, which is called Serbia Voz, if I'm not mistaken. You also will have the ride-sharing platforms similar to Uber and those types of platforms as well. So what you're going to have is Cargo, which is the Serbian alternative to Uber here and is widely used in Belgrade. You're also going to have Yenex Go, which is particularly popular again in Belgrade. You have Bolt, which not only has the ride-sharing platforms, but also has e-scooter rentals as well. So one thing that you'll note here in Serbia is that there are a lot of people here on electric scooters. It's a very common way for people to travel, especially here in Novi Sad, which is much flatter than Belgrade. But regardless, you're going to see electric scooters all over Serbia. The fourth one that I've used before, and I kind of like it, is called BlaBlaCar. And you can either be someone who uses the app to travel throughout Serbia, or you could be a driver for that app and set your own prices, and so that you can make some money. Say you're going from Novi Sad, I'm going all the way down to Niš. You toss up the dates you're going, the hours you're going, and what you'll have is people that will apply to join you in your car ride. And you can pick up one person, you can pick up two people. It all depends on how you want to travel at that point, because it's your vehicle and you get to dictate the pricing, the time that you leave, and how many people and what they're able to carry as well. Some people will allow you to take your pets and luggage, some will not. So that is a very beautiful platform as well. One thing to note with that platform, also make sure you ask the driver if they're going to actually drive you into the city of your destination and not just at the off-ramp, especially if you're taking the toll highway here in Serbia. A lot of them will not want you to take pay the toll, and so they'll drop you off literally at the off-ramp and you'll have to find your own way. So that's one thing that you need to pay attention to as well. But again, very reasonable platform. When you come into Serbia, of course, you're going to be hit up with taxis. And so the ones that I like to use, and I'm not going to go through all of them, the ones I like to use as Belgradski taxi or Belgrade taxi, pink. That one is also only located in Belgrade, and Bell Taxi. Those are the ones I like to use in Belgrade. When you come here into Novi Sad, which is your second biggest city, and we're finding a lot more people coming to Serbia, coming into Novi Sad, because Belgrade is just simply getting ridiculous with the prices. We recently worked with someone this past weekend who came in here from California, and they're looking to purchase real estate here in Serbia. And she first went to Belgrade, and she's like, listen, the prices there are, getting extreme. It's very busy. She came to Novi Sad, contacted us here at Relocation Serbia, went and met up with her, and she says, one thing I like, not only is the real estate prices a little bit more reasonable here in Novi Sad, but Novi Sad is a lot more calmer. It's a lot more laid back and a lot more easier to live here rather than the big city of Belgrade, which, yeah, if you are looking for that big city feel and that nightlife, Belgrade might be the option for you. But if you're looking for something a little bit more laid back, a little bit more, in your price point when it comes to real estate, Novi Sad might be the location you're looking for. Not to say that we don't have a night life here in Novi Sad, but Belgrade, is one of those big cities. It's got 1.7 million people in Belgrade, where here in Novi Sad we have, just over 300,000. So it shows you just the type of, commotion you're going to have between the two cities. When you come to Novi Sad, the taxi companies that I like to use is NS Taxi. Pan Taxi is my favorite, and City Taxi, and you also have VIP Taxi. One thing I would highly recommend that you take precaution of is that regardless if you're in Belgrade or if you're in Novi Sad, that you make sure that they apply the correct tariff. When you are entering the taxi, they do have a tariff page in the taxi as to what they should be charging you. Make sure that they're charging you accurately and that they're not taking advantage of you as a tourist, because we've heard from some of these tourists that come in here and said, hey, listen, I took this exact same route, a couple months ago, and now that I went in the taxi with someone who speaks fluent Serbian, the price was like half the price. And it's something that you need to pay attention to when you do come to Serbia. But for the most part, the taxi drivers and the taxi companies are very honest here. But like any country you go to around the world, you do have people that will try and take advantage of the people new to the country and try and earn that extra buck. And I hope that helped you out with some of the travel points here in Serbia. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave a comment down in the comment section, smash that like button, and please become a subscriber.